This is case number 23348205. Land contract Detroit / Bach 10 property versus Terry Don McClure. Mr. Horker is the attorney of record. His P number is 75969. He was called away to another courtroom. Ms. McClure, you're not dressed appropriately for court, and your next hearing is going to be in person. So you need to have on a shirt that covers your chest, your arms, and your chest area. So when you appear in court in person, make sure you're dressed appropriately, okay?
Okay.
State your name.
Tye Die McClure.
Ms. McClure, do you reside at 16652 Hubble in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Ms. McClure, the complaint was filed on May 10th, 2023. At that time, you owe $6,650. Your monthly rental rate is $900 per month. Have you paid any rent since May 10th, 2023?
No, ma'am.
Ms. McClure, if the rent is paid in full when you return to court, the matter will be dismissed. If the rent is not paid in full when you return to court on June 14th, then what will happen is when you arrive at court on June 14th, I will give you a date to pay the rent in full or move from the property. Do you understand?
Yes.
Today, I'm going to place you in a breakout room with Ms. Johnson. She's an agency attorney. She's going to explain your rights to you, and she's going to tell you what's going to happen between now and the next hearing. Once you're done speaking to Ms. Johnson, you're going to be free to disconnect, okay?
Okay.
Your next hearing in person, June 14, 1025, you will receive a notice. Ms. Johnson, this is case ending 205. I have proof of service in the file. The complaint was filed on May 10th. At that time, $6,650 was owed. The monthly rental rate is $900 per month. Ms. McClure, you're going to see something on your screen that says join breakout room 4. When you see that, hit that button. You should see it right now.
Mm-hmm.
$557-4801. People of the state of Michigan versus Alan Nichols. The defendant is charged with count 1, home invasion, first degree. Count 2, domestic violence, aggravated. The defendant has a habitual offender, third offense notice. Today is the day and time set for probable cause conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drain for the people. P number 60249.
Good morning, Judge Whitney Lemelin, P58914 on behalf of Alan Nichols. He and I are both appearing virtually via Zoom. We waive our rights to stand physically before you today, Judge. Mr. Nichols, please state your name for the record.
Tell us your name, Mr. Nichols. Mr. Lemelin, what do you want? What's your pleasure?
Your Honor, I'd like to close the probable cause portion, set this matter for an exam. I'd also like to address bond very briefly. I don't know if Mr. Nichols can hear us, though.
The court will continue to plead not guilty. We'll set this matter for preliminary examination on June 2nd.
Judge, I apologize.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mr. Whitney.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't hear you. I had to fix my audio.
I understand that, Mr. Nichols. We set your exam date for June 2nd. We're about to address bond. Your Honor, I would like to address bond at this time, if I may. I apologize.
I'm listening.
My client, he's got a $100,000 tether bond. He'd ask if this tether be removed, Your Honor. This is something that
Why would I
happened.
do that?
What's that?
Why would I do that?
I'm about to explain that to you, Your Honor. He's already lost his job because of this tether. This is something that was alleged to have occurred back in June of 2021. I believe this case has already been processed once. My client says it's been dismissed once. I don't know if it's a reissue or not, but my client has been completely crime-free and done nothing wrong for 2 years. And this is
A whole 2 years, huh?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
A whole 2 years, huh? Didn't I hear he's a habitual third?
That's what I understand, but that was back in 06 and 07, I think he got in trouble a little bit. But Your Honor, I'd ask that the court consider removing the tether. My client has no problem coming to court. He's got he had a good job. He lost his job last week because of the tether, and is finding it very difficult to find work now.
What was the job that he lost?
Mr. Allen, Mr. Nichols,
I was a manager at the Burger King that everybody fired when they fired everybody, sir.
So you didn't lose it because of the tether, you just lost your job because Burger King closed.
I mean, yeah, that too.
Yeah, Okay. So I'm still listening for the good reason why I should remove the tether, Mr. Lamella.
Again, Your Honor, I think,
Sir,
no, let me speak, Mr. Nichols. Your Honor, I understand the nature of this crime. I understand it's a very violent matter. But again, my client is on $100,000 bond. He has no problems coming back to court. He has no,
$100,000 personal bond?
yes, with a tether right now, and he's wearing the tether. He has no problem. But I'm asking that the tether be removed because he's having trouble finding work.
Why is he having trouble finding work?
I just left a job
Because-
today. I just left a job today, sir, up here at the Detroit Zoo, and they don't want me up here because of the device that's on my leg. So they saying it's not a good image for them or anything.
How did they see the device, sir?
Device, I mean, it's big enough for anybody to see.
You didn't wear pants?
Sir, I got on, yes, I do have on pants. But I still, and then also, I still have to tell them what's going on with me as well. Because if my tether need charged up, I have to sit in that lunchroom or something and charge my tether up. And then they saying, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you say that?
Why didn't you charge the tether before you went to work?
No,
Your Honor, the exam is set for, was it 1 week from today?
Yes, sir.
You know, if the court doesn't want to cut off the tether in the next week, I understand that. My client, I think, would understand that, but we'll re-raise the bond argument again next week if we find the time or need to do that.
All right, now we continue. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms.
Thank you.
Drain, could you please give me a call about this matter?
Yes,
Thank you. You have my number, right?
yes, they do. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
That's
Thank you,
great.
Mr. Nichols.
all right, man. That shit crazy, man.
Oh,
Man, this shit fucking.
I can still hear you.
I apologize, Judge.